Hey everyone, Summer with AstariaSen, and I'm back to do the full spectrum oracles. Yep, back-to-back videos, but on different days. All right, so I could not narrow it down to like 3 or 4. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6. So that's pretty close to the 4. I did 4 in tarot last week, and so I'll do 6 in oracle this week. Yay! All right, so it was a lot of oracle decks to go through. Oh my goodness, and it was so hard for me to choose, obviously, because I'm only down to 6. Oh my gosh. Okay, so for my full spectrum oracle, this is again thanks to Miss Amethyst Ascension, Rochelle. She's doing the hashtag. She's the one who created the hashtag my full spectrum oracle and my full spectrum tarot. I already did the tarot one. Now this is the oracle one. So let's go ahead and get going. They're so pretty. Why did she do this to me? Oh my gosh. Okay. So coming in at number 6, because I'm going to go from my least to my most favorite, full spectrums. And that's just based off coloring, not actual deck in general. So my number 6 one is Witchlings by Miss Paulina Cassidy. And I like this one because of the full spectrum in it, but I also like it because it's like a full spectrum, more pastel full spectrum, rather than very, very vibrant in your face kind of colors. So that's why I chose the Witchlings by Paulina Cassidy. And it has a lot of beautiful colors in it. And it does, sorry, some of them are upside down. It does range pretty good from the different colorings. I like that she has borders too. The borders are colorful as well, so that also makes a fairly decent what you call it, like it gives you like that different kind of color feel to it, like that full spectrum feel kind of thing. But yeah, so these ones are way more muted, not quite as in your face vibrant, and I mean, they're not as high energy either. They're more like, they're a soft card. They're soft and they're relaxing, like this card says, and they're just very, very beautiful. They're very pretty cards. So that's number 6. All right. And then, if I go and get it back in the box, number 5 is going to be my Fairy Wisdom Oracle by Miss Amy Brown. So, and I do have walkthroughs of several of these decks on my channel as well. So the backs of these are really neat, very colorful. And then she has a lot of full spectrum going on in the coloring and saturation in her cards as well. There is, I mean, it is more muted, especially, you know, compared to something like Marchetti's work. But there's still a lot of full spectrum going on in here. A lot of very colorful artwork, and obviously way more colorful, way more in your face kind of colorful than the Paulina deck, for sure. But I really like this one. My fairy decks tend to have a lot of like soft colors, a lot of more subtle energies to them. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I like them too. But yeah, this is the Fairy Wisdom deck by Amy Brown, my full spectrum there. And it's number 5. And then coming in at number 4, color-wise, yikes, get it in there, is the Mystic Sisters Oracle deck. Now, these are much more vibrant. Like these next few cards, decks are all going to be a lot more vibrant than previous ones. So these ones are very, very all over. Like the colors are all together. It kind of reminds me of, even the backs, like it kind of reminds me an oracle style of, oh my gosh, the Chrysalis Tarot. In the same kind of style, but like in oracle. I don't think it's the same person who did any of the artwork or anything like that, but it gives me that same kind of feel, like the way the colors are put together, the way that the artwork is kind of put together, and like I said, even the backs kind of give me that feel. So it's really kind of cool to see how oracle and tarot kind of work together in different ways, even by different people. So this one is Mystic Sisters, full spectrum. It's got some really, really beautiful cards in it. A lot of color, a lot of like vibrancy. This one does have a lot more higher energy to it. So that's why it comes in at number 4. And I do like working with all of these decks. I've worked with all of these decks, so they're not like just sitting on my shelf collecting dust. I actively work with them and enjoy working with them. Number 3 is the Mystical Times empowerment cards. They're like my Oracle version. They're the Oracle version. These ones are also very vibrant and extremely pretty. Extremely pretty. These cards are really good for like overview, like very, very like not specific overview, but like overview in general. These would be great cards for daily polls or something like that. And again, they run like a full gamut of, sorry, that's spare. They run like a full gamut of color and design in it that is really, really pretty and really, really fun, loving kind of energy to them the cards have. So it's number 3 on my full spectrum. All right, number 2 is actually a dragon deck. Are you surprised? You really shouldn't be surprised. I mean, dragons and fairies kind of go together a little bit. So, but there's not like a whole ton. There are some dragon decks, but I don't have a whole ton that I like. Like most of the dragon decks are really, I don't know, not really up my alley of likable cards. So I just don't deal with them. Okay, so this one is the Garden Dragons. The Guide to Garden Dragons, and it is such a fun, very interesting, and very, very colorful deck. These guys are so cute, so young style energy, so beautiful. Like, look at the full spectrum in these cards. Like, it's so amazing. The artist did such a wonderful job. The colors are very beautiful. They're not too muted, because dragons, I mean, we wouldn't want to mute dragons, would we? So they're very more bold, not quite as in your face as like some cards can be, but they have a lot of color. There's a lot of color in it, but it's more like a playful young kid kind of color, which I find highly, highly engaging with this deck. I really love using it. I love being entertained by it. It's just a beautiful, beautiful deck. Very, very stunning artwork. And these dragons, they are just adorable. They are so, so cute, so loving. So I do like this deck quite a bit, which is why it came in at number 2 with color. Art is a thing I really enjoy, and I like artwork. So coming in at number 1, and this should surprise nobody. It should not surprise anybody. And if it does, I will be in shock. It is Mystical Wisdom, and the artwork is by Miss Josephine Wall. Now, she has several decks. This is the only one I own. I plan on getting more. But the backs are so beautiful. They really are. They are so beautiful. And the color saturation, as far as color saturation goes, this is probably as close as an Oracle deck gets to like the Marchetti version of tarot. Like, that saturation is just really wild. But look at the full spectrum that comes with these cards. There are so many colors in all of the cards. And Josephine Wall's art is just like that. That's why it's number 1 on my full spectrum, because it is so amazing. It's so beautiful. It's so, again, it's not like an in-your-face vibrancy. It's just very pretty, very well done, very, it's bold, but not like, you know, staring you down in the face, raw kind of coloring. It's still a soft, bold coloring that is very interesting and unique to Josephine Wall's art style. She does such amazing, amazing, beautiful work. And she's just amazing. I just can't stand it because it's so awesome. So beautiful. So, so beautiful. So yeah, that is my top Oracle full spectrum decks. I hope you enjoyed them, and I hope you guys are planning on doing these hashtags, because they're super, super fun. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you have a very great day.